Here today, we conducting Med Case interview. Med Case, can you drop all your macros and everything for me, please?
Yes,
Please
sir.
allow 2 to 3 seconds in between those macros so you don't get muted in the chat. Start from the beginning.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you for displaying all your macros and stuff. Next, so I'm gonna go over the MD rules, the RP rules, and the HP rules with you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, do any of my colleagues wanna help me with the HP, RP, or the MD rules?
I can read the HP rules for you, D'Angelo. The HP rules are as followed. The HP rules are: do not resuscitate patients on any streets surrounding the hospital, PvP, Blue Territory events, or Army base. Do not serve patients who have their weapons drawn. Do not stand still on the main lobby floor. If you are waiting on a medication restock and the wait time is over 5 minutes, go on emergency calls or med deliveries. If the wait time is under 5 minutes, wait in the cafeteria. Do not go AFK while on duty. There is a 3-day ban, demotion, and all funds returned. All staff all staff members need to be in a ranking order when you're at the front desk. So there is two to a desk. Rank order is brown, maroon, blue, white, then green. Up to three may line up down the hallway, also in rank order. Do not use the front door. Only rank 6 plus may enter through the front, and only rank 7 plus may use the front parking lot. Do not spawn the bus. Must have the DCP, that is the Deputy Chief Physician, or CP, Chief Physician, to spawn the bus. All radio checks are mandatory. Hit a 10 for a copy when you see it in the chat. And you cannot attend the PvP territories without a rank 7 plus. Do you have any questions about the HP rules?
No, ma'am.
All right, D'Angelo, I'm floating it back to you.
Yep. Thank you for the HP rules. Now the MD rules. Okay. MD MD1. Refusal to provide medical assistance. Refusal to provide medical assistance, including performing CPR or giving meds without a justification RP reason, as long as there is no threat to the medical life, including situations when armed players are present at the scene. Punishment: one one reprimand from the faction leadership. MD2, providing medical aid during dangerous situations, selling medication or re- retailizing a player in situations that threatens the life and health of both medic and the player, including but not limited to during a, a, acceleration, conflict, and active shootout, a turf war, etc. Punishment: one warning from the faction leadership. MD3, co- com- compromise with project rules. Medical personnel are required to compromise with all establishments, projects, rules. Punishment: from one warning to one reprimand from the faction leadership. MD4, MD4, Emperor, Emperor, Emperor RP behavior, inappropriate behavior, failure to
D'Angelo, we can't hear you.
it, capital, my bad, I apologize. Inappropriate RP behavior, failure to adhere RP rules when encountering association or communicating with faction colleagues. Punishment: one warning from the faction leadership. MD 4.1, disrespectful behavior. Disrespectful behavior towards any player. Punishment: one reprimand or dis- dismissal at the direction of the faction leadership. MD MD 4.2, non-compliance or order fa- failure to comply with leadership orders to observe the chain of command within the faction leadership. Punishment: one reprimand from the faction leadership. MD 4.3, assault on civilians. Assault on civilians with weapon or fist without a RP reason. Punishment: dismission from the faction. MD5, use of weapons. Medical personnel, medical personnel are 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 are, are, are forbidden from use of weapons. Punishment: dismission from the faction. MD6, criminal activities. Intentional association with gangs committing major crimes, including but not limited to theft, vandalism, murders, or joining functions during activities with where medical personnel, participants is not limited. Pu- Punishment, dismissal from the function. MD7, use of service vehicles for personal purposes. Use of u- uses official medical transportation for personal tra- travel with not duty, including for civilian jobs. Punishment, one warning from the faction leadership. MD 7.1, use of personal vehicles, using personal vehicles instead of service vehicles of performing function duties. Punishment, one warning from the faction, the faction leadership. MD 8, authorized unauthorized uses of recovery notes. Issuing hold on. Issuing medical certifications outside of the outside of a l- hospital, losing issuing medical certifications for medical compensation. Punishment, one warning from the faction leadership. Is any of my MD rules or you need?
Do you have any questions about the MD rules? Make it.
Nope, sounds good.
All right, great. D'Angelo, I got you on the RP rules as well. I'll go ahead and read those out as followed. The first one being 7.2 abuse 2, AFK abuse, using any errors, vulnerabilities, unaccounted features of the game mode and or third party programs that is including clickers macros to prevent disconnection from the server due to inactivity. This includes practices like AFK farming, where players stay inactive with the game open. Punishment, account ban for 3 days. RP13, faction NRP. Non-RP behavior within gang factions, including unlawful release of prisoners or execution of civilians by the police. Punishment, exoneration from the faction and or from 30 minutes in one state jail to 3 days of ban. RP14, sexual harassment. Any form of non-consensual sexual actions, including simulation, explicit dialogue, actions, use of ethnic and or LGBT plus slurs or excessive attention. All sexual actions require OOC consent. Such action should not occur in public or frequently visited areas. Your punishment, 60 minutes, mute, or 24 hours to 30 days ban. RP 15, disruption of faction operations, intentionally provoking faction members for entertainment or disrupting faction operation is prohibited. Punishment, 30 minutes in one state jail. RP 16, criminal acts against emergency personnel. Any criminal acts toward any emergency medical personnel are prohibited. Punishment from 90 minutes in one state jail to 12-hour ban. Do you have any questions about the RP rules?
No, ma'am.
All right, great. We can go ahead and fall into the questions. I'm going to push it
Now,
back over to
now,
D'Angelo.
okay. Now we're gonna ask you 10 questions. 10 questions. I'm gonna ask you four, and then my colleague's gonna ask you the other. All right. My first question to you: why do you want to join the HP unit?
I want to help save lives and, yeah, help people out.
Okay, that's good. My next question to you: can you give me one HP rule?
Do not disrespect any other staff members or any people in general.
That's correct. Do not disrespect or harass any other members of our team. My next question to you is am I allowed to exit the front door?
No,
Who are allowed to exit the front door?
civilians.
So as us, six and higher are allowed to exit the front door. Seven and higher are allowed to park outside the front door.
Alright.
Okay, my next question is to you: how many how many people are allowed to be behind the desk?
It depends on ranks, and I think two per desk.
Yes, two per desk and by rank order.
Yes, sir.
Okay, my next question, my final question is to you: are we allowed to spawn the bus?
Only the chief is allowed to spawn the bus.
Okay, we are never allowed to spawn the bus. We are never allowed to spawn the bus.
And I
Yes,
just want to
sir.
piggyback on that. It's not just the chief that is able to spawn the bus. It's going to be your rank 8 and your 9. So your rank 8 is your DCPs. Your rank 9s is the CP. That is Chief Stitch. Um, they would typically spawn the bus. You would never have to spawn it on your own.
Alright.
All right, great. D'Angelo, back to you.
Thank you for your help. I appreciate that.
No problem.
And my next and I pass it to
At you.
AK.
The questions I was gonna ask, you already asked it.
Go ahead, ask me some more questions.
I just want to let you know, at you, for this shadow to technically count for you, you do need to ask two questions. Um, they can be any questions about the RP, MD, or the HP rules, depending on what you have to ask. It just needs to stay in regulation.
Go ahead, medical.
We can go back to Achu. I do have questions for you, Mr. Medkit. My first question being, um, how would you treat a unruly patient when you're on the first floor?
You heard her.
I I would try and get him or her to calm down, or if they're still being irate or whatever, then I'd get to a higher up and see what they would want to do about the situation.
Make sure your body cam is on.
Oh, yeah, I was just about to say that as well. Yes, sir, I do agree with you. Get in contact with your higher ranking. Let them know what's going on. If there are unruly patients, we do have macros for that to request for higher ranking to attend to that situation. If it is out of your control, at that point, you want to turn your body cam on and record and report the situation. My second question is, if you are outside of HP, let's say you're at the bar and somebody walks up to you unprovoked, nothing's going on, you're having a good drink. and they need some pills or a med kit because they just got into a brawl at the bar, are you allowed to provide them medical assistance?
I would not think so.
Co- yes, that is correct. So if you are outside of HP, it doesn't matter if you're at the beach, you're strolling, taking a swim, you at the theater catching a movie. If you are not at HP, you should not be administering medication or selling pills. You can be on vacation. It still follows suit. Please do not sell med kits. I apologize, or pills, because you are no longer at HP, so it should not be administered. It don't matter how much money that they are paying you. Please just flee the scene, record and report, and do not administer that medication. We don't want you to lose your position here at HP. That is all the questions that I have. I will go ahead and pass it back over to you, D'Angelo, and see if there's any more questions.
Yes, Miss Ho, do you got any other questions for him, please?
True, that's true.
Yeah, that her name is Achu.
Do you have any questions?
I do have a question, but I just don't know how to put it. It's just
Put it however.
Achu, if you don't know how to word your question, you can go ahead and send it to me via DM. I can ask it for you if you don't mind. I just want this to count for you, boo.
Yes, just ask your two questions, or have Roddy Red to help you, please, so it could count.
I've already informed her of this information, D'Angelo. I do thank you for bringing it to her attention. She can just message me on the back end. I did say that, and I'll ask the question for her. Thank you. In the meantime, while I'm waiting on that, we can move on to the next person that has to ask questions.
Dr. Coco, you got any questions for him?
Yes, I do. Okay. Questions for you, Mr. Medkit. My first question is, how do you show kindness to patients? I guess by
Remember, Mad Kid, there's no right or wrong answers to this question.
um I guess helping them out and uh like be like, all right, sir, here's your med kit. I hope you have a wonderful day and spread positivity.
That's
So
awesome. I already know you have a ton of kindness in your heart, so I wouldn't doubt that you'll do anything less than show kindness. But that was a great answer. Thank you. And my second question is, when is it okay to serve patients who have their weapons drawn?
never.
Great answer. You could never serve a patient who has their weapon drawn. And that's it for my questions.
All right. Thank you so much, Coco, for those two questions. I did get those follow up questions for Miss Achu here. Her question for you, Meg Kid, one of her questions for you were um, if you are at the front desk, let's say you are out of med kits and you are out of pills, how would you explain the restock process or the wait time?
I believe the restock is 15 minutes, and if you're out, you could probably go on a med delivery and do some of that while you're waiting instead of just AFKing in the lobby.
Correct. I really enjoy that answer. Yes. So if you do not have any med kits or any pills, but you have CPR kits, please go on EMS runs or med deliveries. If your wait time is longer than 5 minutes, yes, please go on those deliveries and med runs. If it's less than 5 minutes, we don't really expect y'all to just run away immediately. Please just go sit in the cafeteria until your med restock. I apologize. Your med restock is ready. Miss Achu's second question for you is going to be, do you pick people up while they are having a 1v1?
No.
Correct. So if somebody is outside of HP, let's say you're just casually driving and a gang member or a civilian was like, "Oh, okay, well we just shooting it out. We having a good time right here, but can you pick us up when we done?" We don't want to do that. We want to just flee the area as soon as possible. Disregard what they are saying because we are going to follow the HPMD and RP rules. We don't want to we don't want to I'm sorry we don't want to interfere with the factions operation. I believe Miss Achu does have one more question that's not regarding the RP rules. Just give me a second, I'm waiting on it.
And once again, thank you, Miss Roddy Red, for helping me.
Not a problem, not a problem. Just give me a second. Hold your mic. Am waiting on a response from Lady Achu here. If somebody is outside of HP and you are riding around, once again, let's say you are just riding on your way to the theater and there is a shootout across the street and they offer you to pay them to pick them up once they are down, how would you handle that situation?
I would not take the money, but before I pick someone up, I would make sure the area is safe and like no one's still shooting. And yeah, I think that.
I know that's right. Go and get this boy his white coat. No, I'm just playing. But yes, I completely agree with you on that matter, Meg Kit, and that is going to follow the questions that we have for you. That should be all 10. I am going to put this back in my colleague Handy Angelo so he can conclude this interview.
So thank you, Mad Kit. Thank you, Roddy Red. Thank you, Hope, Miss Ho, and thank you, Coco.
You're
So
welcome.
this is all we have for you. By 5 o'clock, you could be ranked up once we submit the video and everything.
I apologize, D'Angelo. I don't mean to interrupt you. But before you conclude and congratulate him, Mr. Medkit, do you have any questions for us before we conclude this interview?
No, ma'am.
All right. So I myself am going to go ahead and conclude this interview. I do want to congratulate you as well, and I'm going to end the recording here. Thank you.
Thank you.